Hi, here we have Anil borrows 2 lakhs at an interest of 8% per annum, but it is compounded half yearly. He repays 10,320 at the end of first year and closes the loan by paying the outstanding amount at the end of third year. So after first year, the next payment is at the end of third year. So there is no payment at the end of second year. The total interest in rupees paid over the 3 years is nearest to what? So at the start he takes a loan. At the end of first year he pays something, at the end of second year he pays nothing, at the end of third year he pays something. So the amount borrowed is 2 lakh. At the end of first year he pays back 10,320 and at the end of third year he pays something amount, let's say X. He pays nothing at the end of second year. And the interest is calculated at 8% per annum, but this is compounded half yearly. Now we have to figure out the interest accumulated for the whole time period. So before we calculate interest, let's calculate what is this amount that he paid back at the end of third year, right? So for that, what we need to do is we need to calculate future values of all these numbers. So the future value of 2 lakh at the end of third year will be 2 lakh into, now this is compounding at 8% half yearly. So for 8% is the per annum rate of interest, for half a year it is 4%, right? So this is 4% for half a year. So from the start till the end of third year, how many times the interest would have been calculated? A total of 6 times. 2 times in a year, so in 3 years it will have been done 6 times. So this becomes power 6. Similarly, value of this 10,320 at the end of third year will be 1 plus 4 by 100. Now this interest would have been calculated at the end of 2 more years. From end of first year till end of third year is 2 years. Every year it is calculated twice, so power 4. And the value of this X at the end of third year will remain X itself. So the total amount borrowed is 2 lakh into 1.04 to the power 6. This should be equal to the total amount paid back, which is 10,320 into 1.04 to the power 4 plus X. So now we'll have to do some calculations here. Let's see if we can simplify this. So we have 1.04 to the power 6 but 1.04 to the power 4 over here. So let's calculate 1.04 square. 1.04 square, we know 104 square will be 4 square 16 and the left part of the answer will be 104 plus 4, 108. So this becomes 1.0816. So 1.04 to the power 6 can be written as 2 lakh into 1.04 whole square, which is 1.0816 into 1.04 to the power 4. This is 1.04 square and this is 1.04 to the power 4, which is effectively, this is effectively 1.04 to the power 6. Taking this on the left hand side, this becomes minus 10,320 into 1.04 to the power 4 plus X. Now 2 lakh into 10816 is 216,320 into 1.04 to the power 4 minus 10,320 into 1.04 to the power 4 is X. Okay. Now this makes things a little easier. So this is 2,16,320 minus 10,320. So 320 cancels out. We have 000. 216 minus 10 is 206. So 206,000 into 1.04 raised to the power 4 is equal to X. Now here the calculations are pretty difficult. So if you want to use calculator, you can do that in the exam. But if you want to do some approximations, let's see if we can do with approximations. So we have 2,06,000 into. Now 1.04 to the power 4 is effectively 1.04 square into 1.04 square. So this is 1.0816 into 1.0816, which is X. So this is 2,06,000. Now what we can do is we can ignore this 0.0016 here for the time being. So we know our final answer should be greater than what we will be. Actual answer should be greater than what we will actually be getting. So what we have is 1.08 into 1.08. So 1.08 square is what we have. So we have 2,06,000 into 1.08 square. Now 108 square is 8 square 64, and the left part is 108 plus 8 116. So 1.1664 is equal to x. So now you'll have to do this multiplication, 2,06,000 into 1.1664. This is approximately going to be 2,40,278. This is x. So the installment at the end of third year is 2,40,278. So now the question is, what is the interest paid? Now the total interest paid is the total amounts paid back minus the initial principal. So the total amount paid back is this plus 10,320. So this plus 10,320 is going to be 2,50,598 minus the amount borrowed, which is 2 lakh principal. So this comes out to be 50,598. Now we know this value that we got is slightly less than what should have been the actual answer, because we approximated this 16 to 0. Right? So our final answer, this value should have been greater than what actually, or rather the actual value should have been greater than this. So the final answer should have been greater than this. So our final answer would definitely be greater than 50,598, and the only option greater than this is option D, 51,311. If you do actual multiplications, the correct answer will come out to be 51,311 only. So the correct answer here is option D. Thank you.